Welcome, everyone. It is great to have you here. We have a challenging topic to tackle in this episode, episode 10 of our premiere season. Reaching 10 episodes is quite an achievement. Wow! Let us dive straight into the topic at hand. The secret to lasting drive, Introduction to Self-Determination Theory. Dear Amelia Emberhart, have you ever wondered why we feel truly motivated to pursue some activities while others feel like a chore? Or why some goals bring us joy and fulfillment, while others leave us empty? Understanding these questions is at the heart of self-determination theory, SDT, a fascinating perspective on human motivation, development, and well-being developed by psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. Today, we will begin our journey into SDT by exploring its foundational ideas and how they help explain what truly drives us from their brief introductory paper, Self-Determination Theory, a macro theory of human motivation, development, and health, 2008. Today's conversation is a bit of a stretch, I admit. This delves into deep concepts in psychological theories, which, to be honest, neither of us are qualified experts in. But, bear with me, have a cup of your favorite hot beverage, and take the necessary time to focus on the lessons. These are important. What is self-determination theory? At its core, SDT is a macro theory of motivation that examines not just how much motivation people have, but also the types of motivation that guide their actions. It highlights how different forms of motivation impact performance, relationships, and psychological well-being. SDT distinguishes between three primary categories of motivation. Autonomous motivation. This includes both intrinsic motivation, engaging in activities for the inherent joy or interest they bring, and certain forms of extrinsic motivation where the activity aligns with a person's values and sense of self. For instance, if you love painting because it is fun and fulfilling, or if you learn a skill because you value its importance, you are experiencing autonomous motivation. Autonomous motivation is empowering because it fosters a sense of ownership and purpose in our actions, leading to lasting engagement and satisfaction. Controlled motivation. This is driven by external pressures or internal feelings of obligation. For example, studying to avoid criticism or working hard to gain approval are examples of controlled motivation. While it may lead to action, it often feels pressured and lacks a sense of personal ownership. Over time, this type of motivation can result in exhaustion and diminished creativity, as the pressure to perform overshadows genuine interest. Amotivation. This refers to a lack of intention or motivation. When unmotivated, people feel disconnected from the reasons for their actions, leading to disengagement and stagnation. Amotivation is often accompanied by feelings of helplessness and frustration, as individuals struggle to find meaning in their efforts. The distinction between autonomous and controlled motivation is crucial. Autonomous motivation fosters creativity, persistence, and psychological health, while controlled motivation can lead to stress and burnout over time. Understanding this helps us focus on nurturing motivations that truly energize and sustain us. The role of basic psychological needs. According to SDT, 3 universal psychological needs must be satisfied for optimal functioning and well-being. Competence. The need to feel capable and effective in one's actions. Whether it's mastering a new skill, solving a tough problem, or achieving a challenging goal, the sense of competence gives us confidence and fuels growth. Without opportunities to develop and demonstrate competence, frustration and stagnation can take hold. Autonomy. The need to act with a sense of volition and ownership. Autonomy does not mean independence from others, but rather feeling that our choices and actions are self-directed and align with our values. When autonomy is supported, people feel empowered to pursue their interests and goals in meaningful ways. Relatedness. The need to feel connected and cared for by others. Relationships that are supportive and meaningful satisfy this fundamental human need, fostering belonging and emotional security. Whether through family, friendships, or community, relatedness enriches our lives and enhances our resilience. When these 3 needs are fulfilled, we thrive. However, when they are thwarted, our motivation and well-being suffer. Imagine trying to grow a plant without sunlight, water, or fertile soil. It struggles to survive, just as we do when our psychological needs are unmet. Individual differences in motivation. Not everyone experiences motivation in the same way. SDT identifies two key individual differences that shape how we pursue our goals. Causality orientations. People's general tendencies toward autonomous, controlled, or impersonal motivation. For example, someone with a strong autonomous orientation tends to engage in activities out of interest or personal value, leading to healthier outcomes and greater satisfaction. In contrast, a controlled orientation focuses on external rewards or pressures, often resulting in rigidity, stress, and a diminished sense of purpose. An impersonal orientation, where motivation is absent, can lead to feelings of helplessness or apathy, accompanied by a lack of direction and vitality. These orientations are shaped by our life experiences and the extent to which our basic needs have been supported or thwarted. For instance, environments that nurture autonomy and competence help cultivate a strong autonomous orientation, whereas environments characterized by pressure and neglect can foster controlled or impersonal orientations. Aspirations or life goals. Our long-term goals significantly influence our well-being. SDT categorizes goals into intrinsic aspirations, such as personal growth, relationships, and community involvement, and extrinsic aspirations, such as wealth, fame, or appearance. Research shows that intrinsic goals are more strongly linked to happiness and wellness, while extrinsic goals, though sometimes appealing, often fail to provide lasting fulfillment. Pursuing intrinsic aspirations allows us to align with our values and satisfy our psychological needs, leading to a sense of purpose and well-being. On the other hand, focusing heavily on extrinsic goals can crowd out intrinsic pursuits, leaving us feeling unfulfilled even when those goals are achieved. It's a reminder that the quality of our aspirations matters as much as the effort we put into achieving them. Why does this matter? Understanding SDT helps us reflect on the motivations behind our actions. Are we doing something because it aligns with our values and brings us joy, or are we chasing external rewards that leave us empty? By identifying what drives us and focusing on fulfilling our basic psychological needs, we can build a life of authenticity and well-being. This awareness empowers us to make choices that prioritize our mental and emotional health while fostering genuine connections with others. As we continue this journey, we will explore how SDT applies to different areas of life, from learning and relationships to personal growth. For now, take a moment to think about the motivations that guide your own choices. How can you cultivate more autonomy, competence, and relatedness in your daily life? Reflect on these questions as we delve deeper into what truly drives us in the chapters ahead. This is your moment. Take command and show us the path. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode and want more insights, be sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletters at emberhart.substack.com. Do not miss out. See you there.